Some people manifest easily, while others struggle daily. Every single day, it's a struggle, it's a grind, and they work so hard to get what they want, and they just don't succeed. And there's this elite group like the Illuminati, the Bilderbergers, and the Freemasonry who are controlling the world. Like real puppet masters, they are standing behind the curtains pulling the strings while the puppets, the regular people like you and me, are getting played and they're getting swung by from left to right, and they feel like there's no control. They feel powerless. And the world is as it is. We have nothing to say about this. It has been the world for ages, and we human beings are just not able to get together in the name of love and not fighting each other and sharing all the wealth of the world, because mankind is greedy. And this is exactly what they want you to think. As soon as you realize that you are able to create your own reality, your own terms, you determine your own value, then they lose power over you. They lose control over you. What would they be if they were powerless? Exactly nothing. So out of fear, they're doing everything they can to truly keep you in the system. And you're just a number. Why should your story matter? And that's exactly what they want, because if you're powerless, that means the power is presented to the ones who are able to take it. And they are able to do this because they understand a principle that we are going to talk about today, and that is the mirror principle. So, who am I to say this? My name is Joshua MANUPUTTY. I'm also known as Onesapa, and I'm going to be honest with you. I'm not stinky wealthy. As we say in the Netherlands, we say stinkend rijk, which means stinky wealthy, because the rich people were able to pay the burial spots in church, which were the most expensive. But as it got hot in summer, well, you know, the rich became smelly and became the stinky rich. Well, that's not me. Sorry for this long introduction.
Okay.
I'm just saying I'm doing well. I have everything I need and even more. It all determines what you want to name rich, but I feel like I'm abundant. Most importantly, I found a way to make a living for myself and attract all the wealth that I actually envisioned by tuning into my soul urge. And what that means is that I'm following my own gut feeling, so it doesn't feel like I'm working that hard. Deciding my own value. Although I realize this sounds so romantic, and I was there first too. I was stuck, and I was a teacher. I still am a teacher in the educational system. I teach geography. Although I do still share love for the world, it's just my vision of the world has changed. Well, listen, we're giving them a lot of knowledge, but we're missing out on wisdom. And wisdom actually gets you somewhere in this world. There is a small voice inside of your soul which is begging you to let go all of the restraints, let go of all the tension, and come out and just play. Because this world is a big playground, and sometimes, unfortunately, on the playground there are bullies. But it doesn't mean that you're destined to be bullied and picked on and, you know, poked around all of your life. You can actually get skills to parry all these bullies. Just like a fly. So and this is the mirror principle I'm going to teach you today, and how you can decide what your future holds. Let's go. So if you ever feel like you're stuck and you're doing everything but still you're not making any results, just know that you're not broken, you're misaligned. Reality reflects your inner world, and thus everything you experience, your state of abundance, opportunities out there, finding the love of your life actually. The fact if it's going to be succeeded all determines not on the chances out there and the right moment and momentum, it all depends on how you feel inside.
This is how I feel inside.
Today I'm going to show you the mirror principle. And also, I'm losing this jacket because it's way too hot in here. First of all, you have to realize the mirror is two-sided, which means it's a dual. There are two sides of the mirror. And the first one is the reflection, which is you, and this is physical. And then on the other side of the mirror, there's the image. And the image is the combination of your thoughts and your feelings. Basically, this is all possible outcomes out there. This is what we call the potential space. Which means there is an infinite way of seeing this image. It is unlimited. Meanwhile, the reflection, the physical world, is finite, which means it's ending. And we can also see this as the principle as above, as below, and know thyself. Know your inner image. That what is the combination of what you think about yourself and your identity, and also about how you think about the world and your place in it, and how you feel about that. And that combined with the potential space, which means every single possibility of this current reality. For example, you watching this video and taking action, you watching this video and not taking action, you're not seeing this video at all, or whatever outcome you can think of, that's the potential space. It's infinite. And in quantum realm, in quantum mechanics, the state is that of every situation that would ever play out in reality, there is another version in another realm. There's the observer effect. When we focus on something, it will manifest, and if we don't look at it, it won't materialize, and therefore it will only remain as a thought or a feeling. This is the principle. And now you have to realize that there is an illusion. And this illusion is brought upon you, and it's not your fault, because we're told this by our parents because they didn't know, and we're told this by educational systems and by politics and by the government and by economics, because it's showing you that the illusion, beware, it's not real, is that physical manifestations require physical action solidly. Physical action solely. Solely. I don't know how to pronounce the word.
Solely.
Only physical action. That's what the illusion is. We think in order to get a car, we have to work many, many hours and invest, and everything that is needed for this physical thing has to be materialized. So it requires physical action. I actually have to do more in order to gain what I want. This is an illusion, because this only sees the material world of you, the physical version of you, doing the action, while we're forgetting that there is an inner process that will eventually create the outer world. Your outer world, everything that you see around, that you smell, that you taste, that you experience with all of your senses, that you feel, is a reflection of what you feel inside. And this is nothing else but balancing the physical world with the spiritual world, as above, as below. There are many different insights and point of views of this same event. And that's actually that if you put in the spiritual inspiration that is from within, from your soul urge, and you are able to express that, then it will materialize.
I truly don't understand. I've been visualizing Master Luke for hours, and he still hasn't appeared. Am I broken? Is my attractor field malfunctioning? What do you mean I'm not focused on the here and now? I am here. Now. Panicking!
R2 is right. My master once taught me this lesson. The hard way. I was always thinking ahead, mindful of the future. But Qui-Gon reminded me, not at the expense of the moment. Be mindful of the living force.
Keep focus on your intentions and your feelings. Because as soon as you're feeling down and saying, I don't know why this is happening to me, why me, it's always me, I have to pay this bill again. Well, what it will do is give you more bills to pay because you feel in a lower frequency of fear, out of sadness, out of anger, and this frequency will attract you more of these events.
Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering.
It's a wrap.
For now, realize that the mirror has two sides. It's dual. So, rule number 2 is the mirror reflects your attitude towards yourself and to your reality. So how you view yourself and the world around. And the world around, another word for that is your paradigm. And this is basically your world view. Do you see the world as a place of anger and hate and of take and survival of the fittest? Or do you see the world as an abundant place with more than enough for everyone? Everything that you are thinking of is able to be brought in fruition, because if you keep nurturing your dreams and your reality, then this world is a beautiful place. There's more than enough. What is your world view? Is it a good or is it a bad place? And is there time and space for your goals and opportunity? It's time and space. It's the physical world. The challenge for us is, Ryan Holiday wrote a book about this, which is The Obstacle is a Way, which is a book I believe everyone should read, because it helps you to see events in your life not as they are happening to you, but they're coming at you, and you are able to control the situation by detaching yourself from what actually is and what your perception is. And most of the times the perception is way off of what it actually is. So let's say the obstacle is the way. The obstacle is the way. Ryan Holiday, you should definitely read that book. So you want to go to, now is a great time. It's perfect, couldn't be better. Oh, there's a recession going on? Good. This somehow shows an opportunity, a gateway for new ways. I lost my job? Great. Now I can find something to do which resonates even more with me, and I can tune into new opportunities, new chances. It's the way you look at things that decide what reality you will attract. Take inventory of prominent thoughts, all the thoughts that you feel coming by, Is it positive? Is it negative? What are you thinking throughout the day? Is it, oh, I have to go to work again, I have to pay bills again, oh, I have to do groceries again? And then if that's your belief system, then have to, then all you get as a response to that is more things that you have to do. So be mindful and actually write down your thoughts. And do this for a certain amount of time to become conscious of your thoughts. The next thing is our self-identity. It's really important. How do you view yourself? So who do I want to be? How do you view yourself in this world? Is this place the best place for you to go out there and show your expression, or is this a place in which you'd rather sit down and do nothing at all? Thought, feeling. So basically this was the spiritual, the inner work that you're doing, the creation of your image containing of your thoughts and your feelings, and it will eventually reflect the physical world, so your outer world. Now, this is important to remember because now we're going to look at how we are going to strengthen the image. How we're going to empower the image. In other words, which type of person do I want to be? And in what type of world do I want to live in? And you can create that identity and your view on the world for yourself. The ancient masters who were chasing the feeling of becoming one with the universe and not needing anything but just being, what they basically did is there became unison in between heart and mind. So what you think that you want and that you actually need in your life, and becoming one with that. And that is when true energy, Kundalini flow, starts to come up through your spine, throughout your aura. And this aura is what you send out. This is your vibration. You know, often we say like, this dude or this woman has a nice vibe to it, or this place has a nice vibe, or this has a bad vibe. And that vibe is a feeling inside of your gut, which is your solar plexus. And this tells you if something resonates with you or not. And this is truly actually science, because out there everything is, when we break down everything into small particles and go to the atoms and even smaller than that, then scientists have seen that everything actually is wave energy. So even matter, which is hard and real, and we can touch it, actually it's all wave energy. So if you imagine that even every person and every object and every place has a vibe, it's literally true. It has a frequency, and you can resonate with that, and you can't. When you change your identity and change the way you're sending out your wave energy into your aura, then you attract other people and other chances, opportunities which resonate with that vibration. That's how it works. And this is the Kundalini flow. And another way to explain this difference in between the spiritual and the physical is also by looking at the brain center, because the left brain center is focused on doing stuff like me now. When I'm speaking to you, I'm using my left brains, and consciously I am taking action. And when I have to do groceries and have to memorize all the things that I have to buy, then that is using my left brain hemisphere. And the right hemisphere is more of the feeling, and this is more the intuitive sides of our brain. And in the Western educational system, we are taught to, you know, learn things and use skills, but we're not really tuning into wisdom, which is actually the other part of the brain, the right hemisphere. So there's also left and right brain. And this would be the part of which tunes into inspiration. When you suddenly have this feeling, this idea, that's coming up into your mind and you don't know how, inspiration, how it came to you, and you're open to receive that information. Then there's intuition, that gut feeling why you don't know why you should do that or you shouldn't do that. It's just this feeling inside of your whole body which tells you not to do it or to actually go do it. And this is actually being practical. Practical daily basis. And another way to look at this from your brain is also when we are in a dream state, we are using the alpha brain waves. Our brains are sending waves into a length in which we are subconscious and then actually are creating different visions which eventually as an image will materialize into the world as it is a reflection of the image. And when we're talking like this, we're in a beta mode. You're now in the beta mode, which is the left brain, and beta frequencies is actually another wavelength in which you will attract and find other types of information. Both, it's not about using entirely this brain and going away from the left brain side, because it is important to keep training your brain and keep on reading, keep on learning, and whatever you do, it's not about erasing this entire part. It's about embracing both sides and finding balance in between these two worlds. So remember, your thought, feeling, image is the reflection. So you should strengthen the image. Decide, look, who do I want to become? And I have these questions. You can read them right here. And you should pause the video and then read about how you can strengthen the image of your reflection. After you have filled in those questions, we'll move on to step 4. So we're moving on to the 4th principle of the mirror principle, which is the delay principle. And this personally is the part which really excites me, because this is the part in which we actually don't have control over things and we have to let it go, which is so hard for us human beings because we are so used to having control over everything, basically, because everything is so easy for us nowadays. If I want to buy anything, I can go to Amazon.com, I can order it right now, and I will get a message and the information about how long it will take to actually get to me, and I can follow the package, and I know I've ordered it now, and it will arrive tomorrow at 2 a.m. Or p.m. actually. I don't hope they come at my door at night, but 2 p.m. and now, and so forth, and so on, and so on. So we can always see the result coming. We're not used anymore to being patient and allowing to let things be. We always have to see how many likes do you have on this video, how many streams did you get, how many times are you getting it. You're only focusing on the result, but you should wait until the universe or the frequency which is resonating with your energy, your vibe, is coming to send the information resonating with that. And I'll tell you why you should wait. Don't look. Don't go check on your results. Don't do that, and I'll tell you why. Okay, so we have this graph, and on the y-axis, the y-axis, we have our results. And here on the x-axis, we have time. Now, what I'm going to show you is your, let's say, your inner world. And this is your feelings and your thoughts when you're starting on a new project. Let's say you want to start a new business. Let's say you want to find a new home. And first off, you feel like this. You start off not really certain, and then you move on, and as soon as you learn more, you think, okay, I think I actually can start my own business. Okay, actually feel like I can't get my own home. And the feeling is so awesome because you get to learn so many things and you see so many opportunities and you react on things and you take action. But then suddenly you see that there is no physical manifestation of your beliefs, and you see that, oh my God, I'm doomed to fail. It can't work out. Why not me? It's not happening to me. So your inner world is going down, let's say. Okay? So that is basically most of the time how it works. And this always happens when you start looking. That's what I meant when I say don't look. Because as soon as you look and you see the quantum realm possibility of you not finding that job or not starting that business or not finding that home, then that will materialize. But if you don't look, it won't materialize. So that's the reason why you shouldn't, throw your own windows in with this effect. Because the inner world is like this. The outer world, let's say it's blue, outer world, everything that we experience, all that is outside, does exactly this. And this means when you start in that journey of going up your dream, your passion, whatever it is, then you know it's out there. You know that the outer world will bring it to you. It's just you're not there yet, but you know the possibility is there. And you're sending out that image of what you want. You're becoming more clear and more clear about what it is that you want. But the universe needs time to actually create and materialize that visualization of yours. So in time, you see that it takes time. You start to become frustrated because now you see it's not there yet. And as soon as you feel at the lowest, as you think like, oh my God, I need a miracle, then suddenly out of nowhere, you didn't expect it anymore, then out of nowhere this opportunity comes. This person starts to tell you about how he made a living for himself and started his business. This home suddenly starts to appear on your email, and whatever it was that you set out to come true, your dream, it becomes reality. And now you think, because I was so desperate, I asked God that this would happen, and God, he heard me. He actually helped me. And in a way this is true, but this is a cycle in which you are stuck, because you go in a loop. Because now you're back here, you feel, oh, it could happen, and I want it to happen again, and then you're going again with this cycle, and it happens all over again. So what is the solution? What do you have to do to break this cycle? Is realize there is a delay. Let go of control of when and how the universe will present this opportunity to you. Just tune into the reality that it is already happening. And you just have to be patient and stop looking all the time at your order on Amazon and how fast the package will get there. Just trust that you already invested and that the package, the result will get to you. Just let go. Okay? So, we are writing down my thoughts plus feelings or my image is reflected with delay. What I want to add on this is the following. At this moment, you're tempted to be disappointed. Your image is clear, but there is no result. Stick with your highest intentions and image. Time delay is at work. So, sticking with your highest intentions and image, how you can do that is go journal your thoughts and write down all the things that you're grateful for. Also, meditate, tune into abundance, tune into mercy, and into love and unity, because these are the higher vibrations, the higher frequencies to attract everything that resonates with that. We're getting at the last and fifth step of the mirror principle, so pay attention and listen carefully. Okay. What I'm going to show you is the puppet way of reality, so the way in which you are being torn apart, and you know, the problem way, not being master of your own reality. And then I'm going to show you the master way of ancient spiritual wisdom about how you can determine your own world. Okay, most of the times we start with an observation. So this is the puppet way. For example, today I see that my bank account is only lowering in amount of money because I have to pay a lot of bills. That is my observation. My image is, damn it, I have to pay all these bills. How will I be able to afford all of the rest that I love to do? And how will I be able to invest in my business if I have to do all these taxes and have to pay all these bills? And therefore, what the world is saying, so this is how you feel, this is the image, this is the thought and the feeling you have about the world. Well, here you go. I reflect exactly more of that. So you have to pay more bills. And in your job, you're like, oh man, I don't like my work. I hate going to work. I hate going to school. And it makes me feel so awful. And I only have to do so much things and it isn't useful. I can't get anything out of it. The world reacts, here you go. More tasks that you don't like. More homework you don't like. And then you observe again, oh my God, I have all this homework, or I have all this these bills to pay.
All right, I was watching the video and then I realized I forgot to mention a very important part of the reflection of the mirror principle, which is it's always unexpected. That's what I meant by saying when you are in this mind process of I always have to do more work and I don't like doing my work, I don't like these tasks, then out of nowhere, you didn't expect it, but suddenly it came. And it always comes at the moment in which you least could use it. And also this comes to bills. You have to pay all these bills, and if that's your belief system, I always have to pay for things, then suddenly, unfortunately, you get a fine for something. Or you get to pay more taxes, or someone is coming at you and they want to, you know, there's always, you don't know how it comes, but you have to realize this is a reflection of the image you had in the past. So even if your image has changed, but you're still getting these reflection of, you know, past imagery you were sending out to the universe, then you have to realize, stick with your current image of desire. Stick with it and truly keep believing in it. And if it's not working yet, realize there is a delay at work. All right, so let's continue the video.
And really, people who went to school when they were young and were complaining about homework are the same people that today are complaining about their jobs and about how they don't like to put all those hours in. And people who are doing something else and doing it the master way is the following way. First off, don't look around. Skip the observation. Start with your image. Start with your feelings and your thoughts and describe who do you want to be. I want to be an entrepreneur who is deciding his own hours, who is creating his own work, who is attracting clients easily, effortlessly, seamlessly. And that is who I am, because I'm attractive and I am confident and I'm very good at explaining things. That's just who I decide to be and who I choose to see instead of this person who is not able to do anything, because I believe in myself. I'm confident. I'm self-aware. The best version of me, what he will do is face those insecurities and see them as an opportunity to grow. That is my image of myself. So the world is now like, okay, so that is how you think about yourself. Is that what you feel and how you resonate in this world? Here you go. The world will reflect with all these manifestations you didn't expect because you didn't look. And it are those tiny little things that will happen. Look, if you are going to wish for miracles to happen, then you have to be very insightful of what it exactly is that you are going to label as a miracle. If you're expecting the world to open the sea just like it did for Moses, or you're expecting to win the lottery and get $1 million instantly, rather than just seeing that you're getting opportunities to earn money building up to that $1 million or building up to 100K, whatever your goal is. And you're not being grateful for that opportunity who gives you, for example, like 2K, building up to the 10K. Again, you're having too many expectations, and you should let that go. Let go of control. Let go of how you think the universe should react at your manifestation and visualization. Let go. So create the image, then the world will reflect. Then lastly, you will observe, oh my God, God has fulfilled my dreams. The universe has answered my manifestation, my visualization, and I feel so grateful. And oh my God, I feel so good about this, and it makes me want to grow even more. It makes me want to help more people and make this impact hit so hard. And now, of course, this will be reflected. The universe will be like, and so on and so on. This is the cycle. So what you got to do is change the cycle. Start inwards, as above, as below. As in the spiritual, as above, as below here on earth. Realize there's always a balance, and you don't need to focus on one thing solidly. You have to change the way you look at the world. So if you understand this and go from image to reflection to observation, and you can continue this cycle every single time, you will change your reality. This is the way which all masters of reality are using. The ancient, masters in Hinduism and Buddhism, also Jesus Christ, all these people, they found this connection with God, and they got there, the connection with the universe, by going inside. So remember, it's all an illusion. Everything you feel and see around is a reflection of whatever you create what it is. You just have to let go and realize that the spiritual realm is a place, funny enough, without space. It isn't a place. It's a frequency. It's actually in the here and now, but we are not tuned into that field. We can't see it. Why? Even from scientific point of view, why would you focus on this slight little thing that we can actually see in the electromagnetic field, which are the colors, and then there's infrared from the lower frequency, which we cannot see, but a camera does, and there is ultraviolet, which we can also not see, but it does work on our skin and makes our melatonin grow and make us darker, so we feel and experience it, but we cannot see it. It's there, but we cannot see it. And this is only this part of this electromagnetic field. We cannot even comprehend everything that we see on Earth. Realize that we human beings are very well developed. We know so much, but there's so much that we cannot see. But you can feel within. So most of the people are not very good at sitting still and doing nothing these days. But it is in these moments when you feel like you're doing nothing or you are in a state of flow, like doing the dishes or doing the groceries and walking somewhere or making music, then suddenly this idea, this inspiration pops up in your mind, and now you exactly instantly know this is what I should do. And that is because you looked inward. And you can also train this by sitting in silence and nothing else but your thoughts and your feelings, and let everything go just like waves. Let it come in and realize that you are not that thought, you are not that feeling, because you are able to actually see it and categorize it. So therefore there is a distance in between that which you are observing and that what is. Whenever you say I am angry, you know by looking inward, I'm not angry. I feel angry. I feel anger. And I felt it. I don't feel it anymore. It's going away. And what do I feel? I feel my heart rate going up. I feel my pressure going down. I feel tense. I feel tingling in my fingers. I feel rage. I feel power. I feel it and I let it go. And then, or same with sorrow, same with loss, with pain. I'm not saying it's easy, it's hard. But the principle is simple. Face your insecurity, face your image, and create it. Break the image down that you don't want to see anymore. Break that image down of you saying, I'm not capable of that. I don't have money to do that. I don't have the opportunity. It's not the right moment. Break that image down in order to build the image that you want to see. And truly visualize. Get your journal, write down, draw, get Pinterest and get all the pictures that you want of your vision and visualize. Take everything you got to visualize and truly see, truly believe that that is your world. And let go, wait for the reflection, and then observe. I guarantee your life will change. Now, with this all said, I want to tell you that I have this amazing program, especially for creative entrepreneurs who want to change their reality. And we are going into these type of principles, but also I'm giving you the mindset by tuning into the best version of yourself, by meditating, and I will guide you into becoming the best version of yourself, tuning into the right hemisphere of your brain. I will teach you exactly how to do that and attract opportunities and be ready when they come to your reality, because you have to also realize as soon as you're attracting opportunities, you have to be ready. And as a creative entrepreneur, I know what you have to do to be ready and to attract these assignments, fulfilling your soul and not having to feel like, oh, I have to do this, I have to earn money. No, you have the ability to help people in a great way in your own power and passion, and you can attract the abundance resonating with that value you're creating. If you want to learn more about that, then you should definitely hit me up, send me a message, send me a comment, or react in one of the links down below. You can follow me on social media. Once again, my name is Joshua MANUPUTTY, aka Onesapa. Thank you so much. If you made it to this point, it means the world to me. If you made it to the end, please comment with the peace sign, because it shows me that y'all come in peace and that you saw the video till this point. Okay, without further ado, see you next time. Laters.